hall is absolutely full. There is also another hall across the corridor there. That's, I'm told, full as well. But apologies to those people, they couldn't come into this room. But maybe you should come a bit earlier next time.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Lindsey, convener of Stop the War Coalition.
Can I say first of all, I'm delighted to be here on behalf of Stop the War to bring greetings to this meeting. I've had many times when I've spoken in Tower Hamlets and been in Tower Hamlets, going right back to 2001 when we first opposed the war in Afghanistan, and of course in 2002 and 2003 when we opposed the illegal bloody war in Iraq. And that was the time when we built a huge mass movement here, where school students walked out on strike, where people demonstrated, where people marched all the way from Tower Hamlets right to Parliament in order to make their point heard against a war. And it's an interesting thing that nobody's been held to account for that war. The evidence for the Chilcot inquiry stopped taking 4 years ago, but still hasn't reported. But they can rush through a report on the elections in Tower Hamlets in a matter of months in order to get rid of the democratically elected mayor. And when you look at what is happening here in Tower Hamlets, people have made the point it's a denial of democracy. Why is it a denial of democracy? Because the people of Tower Hamlets are being punished. They're being punished for opposing war. They're being punished for opposing austerity. They're being punished for opposing Tory policies. And they're being punished for having the temerity for voting for somebody who isn't the Labour Party. That is why they're being punished now. And we have an incredible situation where we have the unelected PricewaterhouseCoopers, we have the unelected commissioners, we have the unelected judge, we have the unelected Panorama programme, we have all of these things. None of them are democratically accountable to anybody, but actually the people who have been voted in here with 37,000 votes and nothing in that report made any indication that anything different would have resulted in a different vote. They are being denied their rightful democracy, their ability to choose who they want to represent them. And that is an absolute shame in a country which is supposed to be subscribing to one person, one vote. There are 2 points I'd like to make about the judgment. The one is the question of spiritual injury. Lots of people have made the point. But what they are actually saying is that they don't like people who don't agree with them having the vote. Unfortunately, they can't stop it. We've had the vote for a rather long time now. But just as with the Irish in the 19th century, that was just after they got the vote, they're terrified that people might vote in a way which isn't acceptable to the people in Westminster and the people in Parliament. Well, I've got a message for them. That is what democracy is about. It's the right of people to stand up and be counted. The second thing that the judgment said was that people here see racism absolutely everywhere. Well, I wonder why that is. Maybe it's because there is racism absolutely everywhere. Maybe it's because the education system in this country is institutionally racist. The electoral system is institutionally racist. We've only just, there's a Labour MP now who is a Bengali. There was never one before until George Galloway got rid of the Labour MP in 2005. That was the only possibility to open it up. So what I would say is we are faced with a huge challenge here. We're faced with racism, we're faced with Islamophobia, we're faced with a government, with a media and with an establishment which will do anything to stop ordinary people claiming democracy for themselves. There's only one thing you can do with that. There's nothing left to lose here, and therefore we have to fight back. We have to organise, we have to demonstrate, we have to be there on have to be there on the streets on the 20th of June. We have to be there on the streets anytime we can. We have to challenge it electorally, we have to challenge it in the courts, and we challenge it on the streets, because together we are strong. If we show solidarity with Lockwood, if we show solidarity with the people under attack now, then we can win. And we will show those people that actually the real power in this country is the ordinary people when they come together and organise.